Okay, so find the sum of the arithmetic series 3. This is question 14. 3 plus 8 plus 13 plus 248. But what we're learning here is that basically we have a lot of information here. It's basically, this is the sequence, okay? So we know that A is 3 and D is 5. We know that the last term is equal to 248, so we can see how many terms. So we can see, we need to find out what term this number is here, the 248. So what we're going to do is get Tn, which is A plus n minus 1 times D. And we're going to get is 3 plus n minus 1 times 5. And then we're going to get 3 plus 5n minus 5. And that's going to be 5n minus 2. So Tn is 5n minus 2. Now what we know about the n's, we have to find out what is the n value, or what term is equal to 248. So we're going to get 5n minus 2 equals 248. Bring the 2 over the other side. We're going to get 5n equals 250. N therefore equals 50. Okay, so it's the 50th term. Now that we know it's the 50th term, what we need to do is find the sum of the first 50 terms. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the Sn formula. So Sn equals n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times d. We know n is 50. We know a is 3 and d is 5. So what we're going to get is Sn equals 50 over 2, which is 25. To 2a, which is 6, n minus 1 is 49, 49 multiplied by 5 is 245. And then we're going to multiply that out, so we're going to get 25 multiplied by 251. And when we finish that, 6,275. So 6,275 is that one there, okay? Now, question, so we've done question 14, now we're on question 17. Okay, the first 3 terms in the arithmetic series are 1, 3 and 5. Tn, show that Tn is 2n minus 1. Okay, so what we have to show here is that we know that a equals 1 because that's the first term. The common difference is 2. So d equals 2. And now we have to show that Tn. So we need to write down the Tn formula. So Tn equals a plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, and then what we're going to get is 1 plus n minus 1 times 2. And then we're going to get 1 plus 2n minus 2. That's going to equal to 2n minus 1. That's Tn right there, okay? So now that we know what Tn is, we're going to do next. Okay, so now we know what Tn is, we're going to next find out what Sn is, okay? So, Sn is basically going to be equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times d, close bracket. So Sn ends up to be n over 2. Now 2a is 2 plus n minus 1 times d. d is 2, so it's going to be 2n minus 2. The 2's cancel. And we're going to have n over 2 times 2n. And then n times n squared. Okay. Now next section, part 2. Hence or otherwise calculate what T20 is. Well, T20 means replace 2 with 20, so it's going to be 40. 2 times 20 is 40, 40 minus 1, and that's going to get me 39. Okay, and now I want to find S20. Well, S20, this is part B. S20 means replace n with 20, so equals 20 squared, which equals 400. Okay. How many terms need to be added to give a sum of 225? Well, this means that Sn equals 225. So how many terms added together give you 225? Then we have n squared equals 225. N equals the square root of 225. N equals 15. Okay? So that's number 17 done. Now we're going to move on. So we've done 14, 17. Now we're moving on to the next one. So 14, 17 and 20. Okay. A pupil saves money each week. So the pupil saves 40 cents in the first week, 60 cents in the second week, 80 cents in the next week, and continuing pattern for 50 weeks. How much will the pupil save in the 50th week? So what we're basically describing here is a sequence or a series plus 80 all the way up to 50. Okay, so we have to find out how much will the pupil save in the 50th week. So how much will they save in that week alone is T50, okay? A equals 40, distance equals 20. And we know that T50 is A plus 49 times D, which is going to be 40 plus 49 times 20. And I'm pretty sure that's 1020, but we'll find out. Okay, so it saves 1020 cents in the last day, in week 50, or €10.20. Okay, whichever way you look at it. Now, what I have to do now is I have to find out what S50 is. How much is the combined total after 50 weeks? Okay, so we're going to do this time. Let's use the S of n formula again. N over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times d, close bracket. And what we're going to get here, and remember n is going to be equal to 50 because we want S50. So 50 over 2 is 25. 2 times a is 80. 50 minus 1 is 49. 49 multiplied by 20 is 980. So we're going to have 25 times 1060. So 25 multiplied by 1060. What we get there is 26,500, and we can divide that by 100 to convert it into euro, and €265. So it's €265 or 26,500 cents. Okay? 14, 17 and 20. And then we have 23. Now, a display in the grocery store will consist of cans stacked as shown. The first row is to have 18 cans, and each row after the first is to have 2 cans fewer than the preceding row. How many cans will be needed in the display? So what we're assuming is it's going to go up in a big triangle, and then it's going to meet at the top, where the last possible one, it could be either a 1 or 2 can system. We don't know yet. Okay? So, this is a form of system. It's a sequence. Okay? So the sequence is 18. And then the next one for total counts is going to be 16 plus 14 plus 12 plus 10 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2. So we find out how many rows we have. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows, okay? Now how many cans will be needed for the display? Well, we can add all 9 up together, or we can do via SN. So A is 18, D is minus 2, N equals 9. Use the SN formula instead of adding them all up. Then what we can get here is going to be 9 over 2 into 2A, which is 36. M minus 1 times D, so that's going to be minus 2. It's going to be minus 2M plus 2. So it's going to be minus 2M plus 2. And it's going to be 38 minus 2N. Minus 2N. Okay. And then we divide that by 2 and multiply by 9, so it's going to be we know that n is 9, so I forgot to put that in. That's a 9 there, so 2 times n is 18, so it's going to be 9 over 2 times 20, and then we're going to have 180 divided by 2 is 90 cans. Okay, so that's the answer to 23. So 14, 17, 20, 23 are the questions we've done so far. Now we're on 27. An arithmetic series has a common difference d, and if the sum of the first 20 terms is 25 times the first term, find the expression in d, the sum of the first 30 terms. Okay? So the sum of the first 20 terms, so S20 equals 25 times T1. Okay? Now, 25 times T1. Right, now T1 is A. So, equals 25A. Now we have to work on S20. Okay? So, S20, N equals 20, A equals A, D equals D. So what we're going to get is Sn equals n over 2 to 2a plus n minus 1 times d. And what we're going to get is 20 divided by 2 is 10, so it's going to be 10 times 2a. So 10 times 2a plus that's going to be 9d. So 10 times 2a plus 9d is what S20 is. Now, S20 equals 25a. So S20 equals 25a. We're going to multiply this out. We're going to get 20a plus 90d. 20a plus 90d. Now, we're going to bring the a over the other side, and we're going to get 90d equals 25a, or sorry, equals 5a. And then we're going to get a equals 18d. Now, what asks is find the expression in terms of d for the sum of the first 30 terms. So the first 30 terms is S30. And once again, S30 is going to be using this formula here. Now, 2 times a is going to be 36d. 36d, okay, so it's going to be 30 over 2, 36d, and then it's going to be plus n minus 1 times d, so it's going to be plus 29d, and then that's going to be equal to 30 over 2 multiplied by 65d, and that's going to be 15 times 65, which is going to be 975D. And that's what S30 is.